Hey everybody, how's it going today? It is me, Captain Energy, and today I'm here to talk to you about the MPC One. The MPC One is I'll call it the low-end MPC in the lineup from MKII. As you may know, this unit right now is not getting any kind of love because the MPC X SE just came out, and that unit is getting all of the spotlight at the moment. It is a pretty dope machine. It's an upgrade of the previous unit, which was MPC X, non-SE, non-special edition. And there seems to be some sort of misunderstanding about what's upgraded in this unit. I've seen some write-ups where people are saying it's a new processor, it's a new this, it's a new that. Reality is the only three things that changed in that unit between the X and the X SE are 16 gig of RAM to 48 gig of RAM to store your stuff on built-in. So the old one had 16 gig, the new one has 48. The old one had 2 gig of operating system RAM. And when I say operating system, I don't mean for the operating system, I mean for loading samples, for loading instruments, whatever. 2 gig, that's what it had. And the new one has 4 gig. And then the third thing is very, very important. And, without this, you would not be able to make music at all. Sarcasm. It's the color. It was black, and the new one is the old MKII ivory kind of color that beige, tan, whatever color you want to call it there. So basically, it's a lot of not much for the money that they're charging extra for it, in my opinion. Now they're basically bringing these updates. The additional storage and the extra RAM are going to trickle down to the new units. Okay, new units like the MPC Live and the MPC One. There's a new MKII, they're saying, or like version 2 of the MPC One coming. And there's a new version of the Live, which I've heard the Live 2, it might be the Live 3, I don't know what they're going to call it, maybe the Live SE or something, I don't know what they'll do. But in that, the other look, the way they have it kind of sideways, that unit with the built-in speaker and all that unit will eventually be updated to have 4 gig of RAM and 48 gig of storage probably, or 32 gig of storage, double the space or whatever. And this unit, which has, I believe, only 4 gig of built-in storage, will get upgraded also. Just little upgrades. And they're also adding, from what I understand, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to the MPC One. Now, those two features are not make it or break it features. They're nice to haves. Of all the upgrades they're doing, I don't think any of them are drop dead must haves. The plus side is that a lot of people who have MPCs think that these are definite reasons, or they collect these units and whatever, and they want to have the new better systems, and that's cool. I understand that mentality. Believe me, I do. I have gas in a big way as far as gear acquisition syndrome. I love my gear, but I'm not going to jump and buy another MPC just because one that came out with a couple little extra bells. Especially the way I use my MPC, primarily in the studio, hooked up to the MPC software, MPC 2, and MPC 3 is coming, and this should work perfectly with that software, give me the same capabilities of the new MPCs, but with using this just as an interface to the software. If you're a person looking for an MPC One or an MPC at all, and you're brand new to the ecosystem here, don't be afraid to buy yourself a used MPC One or a used MPC Live or even a used MPC X. You will save a bunch of money because these new units coming out, basically driving the prices of the used ones down, and you will not only save a bunch of money, you will get most of the capabilities of these new units in these old units. You don't need the new units to be able to do new things. Even if they did find a way to make you need 4 gig of RAM for something, okay, you can still only load 8 synthesizers in here at once. And when I say 8 synthesizers, I mean virtual instrument type synthesizers. That's a limitation of the processor and of the operating system. They could change that if they wanted to, but I don't think they're going to, because if they put too many, if they say you can load 16 synthesizers now, then chances are it may overload the processor and they don't want to look bad. So they will keep it limited so that you will not overdrive the machine. I'm surprised they didn't upgrade the processor, to be honest, because it is getting a little long in the tooth as far as its the processor itself. I get that they've been using this unit for a long time and developing for this unit for a long time, but I think that it might be getting up to the time where they need to start thinking about what their next move is going to be as far as capabilities for this device, not just a little more storage and a little more operating RAM. They may need to be thinking about where are we going to take this in the next iteration of the MKII MPC. I think the machines right now as they are fabulous. I don't know what they could improve on them other than software. And maybe, like I said, if they put a stronger processor in there, they could maybe get, instead of 8 instruments, maybe we could get 16 instruments. That would be pretty awesome. But yeah, that's just a little side note. But if you're looking to get yourself an MPC and you see a used one for a decent price, whether it's a Live, a One, or an X, don't be afraid to grab it. You will not be wasting money purchasing that unit, because these new units are not being staged to destroy the other units. They're basically slightly enhanced versions of the exact same thing. And that is what I wanted to say in this video. I hope that answers the question of which MPC is right for you a little bit if you're looking to buy an MPC with all this new stuff going on. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to answer you, and I will help you try to decide what would be your best move. Let me just say, if you own an MPC right now, you own a One, a Live, or an X, I would say probably don't be in a huge rush to just dump it for the next best thing, because I think you may be a little disappointed when you get it. If it's a lateral move for you, we'll say. If you're moving from a One to a One MKII, or a Live to a Live 3, whatever they call it, or a Live 2 to a Live 3, or an MPC X to an X SE, I don't think you're going to feel like it was worth the money. However, if you're a person like me who's got a One and you're like looking at the MPC X SE and you're thinking, oh man, I want that. Yeah, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? That's a whole big change, because you get the extra Q links, you get a lot more interface type controls, you get a bigger screen with a tilt, there's a whole, like, unit to unit, there are definite differences. But if you're going lateral from this to its next generation device, not worth it, I don't think. All right, have an awesome day. Hope that helped. Like I said, I will see you all in the next one. Be safe, take care, and I will talk to you later. Be careful out there. Bye for now.